Let me just spend 1 minute and talk about our most recent transaction, which is Fosun International. And what we were looking for in Asia really were two things. One, to establish a series of potential office locations to expand our geographical footprint there. And now I'm happy to say we're in Tokyo, we're in Hong Kong, we're in Singapore, we're in Australia. But just as importantly, we wanted to engage Asia for capital. Because we saw growth, as I discussed just a minute or two ago, and we saw the potential for the East to look west. And believe it or not, none of our peers have Asian capital as part of their capital base. So I thought, and others thought, that if we were to attract Asian capital to our capital base, that we would have something that the others don't. So we saw Asian capital as a very distinct potential advantage for us. And so what we were looking for in a potential partner was somebody that had the financial capacity to do a reasonably big deal, that understood the insurance business, because as you know, either as brokers or as underwriters, it's hard to convince somebody that doesn't like what you're presenting. So we wanted to find somebody that liked the insurance business, understood insurance risk, and may potentially want to invest in that business in a different geography. And probably most importantly, somebody who was open to thinking differently than how one would ordinarily think in the East. And that is a very, very important distinction. Because unfortunately, some in the East don't change how they think when they invest in the West. And what they want to do is guide the Western investment from the perspective of how they think in the East. That is a very potentially dangerous thing, because we are very different than how the East thinks. And what we found in Fosun International was a potential investor who could check all three boxes off. Number one, they have $10 billion in shareholder equity, $50 billion in assets. About 50, maybe 60% of those assets come from the insurance business, so they know the business on a global basis. They like the business on a global basis, and they want to invest now in U.S. risk. And thirdly, they have a very, very young management team who is open to true global thinking. So for us, they were the perfect investor. So this gives us access to Asian capital, gives us access to Asian investment here in the United States, and potentially gives us more gravitas in our Asia Pacific offices. So it was a very, very major step forward for the company, and one that we think will be very pivotal to our future.